check, 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 check. Can you hear?
Good morning, everyone. My name's Scott Flegel, and I'm subbing for Jeff today. Jeff's away at a family wedding. So anyway, I have done this before. I had an early service, but then 30 years ago, I was running a Boy Scout camp up north. And we had a cook, and we had this old stove, and it blew up on him. So they had to transport him 2 hours away to the burn unit at Hackley Hospital. And because you're taking care of kids, nobody could go visit him. And so I was talking to our chaplain, and he goes, well, I don't know about you, because we got to visit him like at midnight. I don't know how I'm going to get into the hospital. He says, well, why don't you just pretend you're going to be a minister? I go, all right. So a friend of mine went with me, Rick Egvet. And anyway, off we went down to Hackley Hospital. We got there about 12:30 in the morning. We go in, it's like, can I help you? I go, yeah. My name's Pastor Flegel, and I'm here with my associate, Pastor Egvet. Well, go right up, Pastor Flegel. I go, all right. So up we go, and we get to Tim's room, open the door, and he's like, looks like a mummy and stuff, but he's like, oh, he lets out a big shout because, somebody's come to visit him. And he says, how did you guys get up here? And I told him the story. And then just then, the curtain, because you shared rooms back then, gets thrown back. And he says, yeah, that's how it works. My name's Father Flanagan. So his roommate was a priest. But anyway, go on, again, about 30 years ago, Rick Egvet, the person who went with me, served in the Naval Academy and then was in the CIA. After he retired, he became an ELCA Lutheran minister and is now pastoring a church in Pennsylvania. So, never go with me to visit anybody in the hospital. All right, some of our announcements this week. Productive Fellowship will meet on September 24th at 9 a.m. in the Fellowship Hall. And Euchre Night is back, $20 donation. This is a fundraiser for our youth and family ministry. Bring your own drinks and a snack to share. Prizes will be given to the top 2 scorers of the night. Also, Mamrelund's nursery is open today from 9:30 to 11:30. And then last of all, Marilyn Youngquist yesterday was called into the church triumphant. Marilyn was a dynamic force here at Mamrelund. She was like my first youth minister or person. She was kind of in charge of the youth group and the high school kids. And she really pushed the edge and the envelope on things and really made Sunday school fun. And if you didn't also, Marilyn had a beautiful voice, sang in the choir, was exceptional, and I'm going to miss her greatly. So remember Wayne and Marilyn's family in your prayers today. Anybody have anything else? And now I'd like to call up Ellen Nyblood for a temple talk about the food pantry.
Good morning. I would like to start with John 21:17, and the part of that is, feed my sheep. That's what I read in Lee Flegel's funeral, and that's what he has put on my heart ever since I took over the food pantry from him many, many, many years ago. Lee was, when he put a blip in the messenger years ago to take over the food pantry, someone to come in and work with him and take over, I showed up and he was not happy. He did not want a woman to come and do this, and he told me. But I showed up with a pickup, and then some days I showed up with a farm truck. So I was acceptable, and we got along for many, many years. And he taught me many, many things, and he had really high expectations of what was supposed to happen with our food pantry. So anyway, we have done a lot since then, built our pantry over there, which is just beautiful. And we've also been blessed with money to spend at our food pantry all these years. And we've had just big amounts of money given to us. And so we have invested that money. Sue Foxworthy has always done a really good job. She isn't our treasurer for the church anymore, but she does keep an eye on the pantry's money. And we have, so like I say, we have invested the money wisely. But now we are very, very, very low. I never wanted to ask for money when we had money, but we don't anymore. So we are out looking for some funds, some ways to raise money, different opportunities. I know that just since we are looking at things, we were talking to the staff, and there was some money in our funds here, and some memorial money, and so we did get some money there. What we were looking at is, do we close some? We're open Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Tuesday nights. Do we close some of those nights? Do we not have we always have a Thanksgiving and a Christmas distribution? Do we not have, one of those? Do we, what ways can we help? When I got back from Florida this year, I was just so shocked at how things have changed in the price of groceries. And we get the best deals that we can. We always have. We are part of Feeding America, and even Feeding America doesn't sound like a lot, but things used to be 6 cents a pound. Now they are 16 cents a pound, which is still a good deal. And everything we can get free, we get free. We get our juice from Old Orchard free. We get Tom's Bakery, all our breads and that kind of thing's free. We get donuts and bagels, English muffins, things like that free. Mick Clybush goes down every Friday and gets that kind of things free. Apples and peaches, we try to keep that. Asparagus, we get that free. We get a lot of things donated, eggs. So we have a lot of free items. We use Feeding America as much as we can. So we do what we can. We can really spread our dollars. I just want to show you a couple things. You know how expensive pecans are. So this is a pound. So I get this for 16 cents. We all know how expensive that is. And then another thing that people buy, so turkey breast. So I get this for 16 cents. So I can really stretch $1. We were cut off after the pandemic a lot with meat. Now we're back. So, I can get this for 16 cents a pound. So we're getting meat again, which is fabulous. Another thing, we all know how much peanut butter is. I can get this for 16 cents a pound. So we really do, stretch the dollar. And we're not asking you as the congregation, I know we're asking a lot these days, to dig in your pockets. There's a lot of ways that people do like to give. A lot of companies have a charity fund. So if you ask your company if they would like to, have Mamrelund be their fund this year. Or there's a lot of people that have grants in their companies, or if they know of grants, a lot of companies have grants. Amber Nyblad Bile, she wrote up a grant for $27,000 for 3 years, and she's a finalist. We are a finalist for the ELCA World Hunger. So hopefully we will know next week if we receive that. She also, this is another thing, she's just a go-getter, she had an apple sale at her work, and she made $700. So if anybody would like to have an apple sale at their work, I told my husband, we'll donate the apples. So lots of ways to, to earn money. A lot of places hopefully are still out there that want to contribute money. We used to have little churches around town that would give us a check every month. Those churches have closed. A lot has changed. Our numbers, of course, are up. People are hurting. We don't want to cut back. But we might have to. A lot of the churches, there's 5 northern pantries. It's from 6 Mile North, and a lot of them are the pantries that are working out of their churches like we are. Some of them just give people a box. And of course, we have what we have across the street. And if you haven't been over there, please come and visit us or come and volunteer. We have lots of opportunities. Call the office. Like I said, we are open Monday, Wednesday, Friday during the day and Tuesday nights. So we hope that we can help everybody get food. What we do is we can feed about 112 families a week. And then this summer we had 4 food trucks, and we fed at least 100 families that week. We do about 125 families for Christmas and 125 families for Thanksgiving or Christmas. Hopefully we won't have to close that down, one of those. I am on the board at North Kent Connects, and we also just started a new food committee, and that's with all the greater Grand Rapids people and everywhere around, and we're just looking for good food to feed people and how to get that. There's a lot of food out there that is wasted, and we just need to be the catalyst to bring that to the people that need it. So that is, what I'm up here to ask you to be aware that the food pantry is in need of funds. So if you have any way of helping us out, let us know or call the church, and we would appreciate it. We would like to keep that ministry going and serve our community. So thank you. It isn't that much. We can serve, like at North Kent, they can send us 7 families a day, and then there's different places. We can get families from the schools, we're a church, so we can take walk-ins, but we like to keep referrals so we can keep counts. So like some days we'll have 10 families come in, some days we'll only have 3 families come in. So it averages out to at least 100 people a week, 100 families a week. That's kind of my count, but it's hard to take, hard to do it. Yep. Yeah, it's a lot. It has doubled. It has doubled for all of us. Last week we had 50 families over at North Kent sign up. So the need is there. Thank you.
Now we'll stand and say our vision purpose.